Hello friends, in this video we are going to cover functional programming. We have already covered anonymous functions, lambda, closure, what is function expression, and callbacks. Now we are going to deal with function programming. It is very powerful tool in modern programming. So what do you mean by the functional programming? PHP supports first class function, meaning a function can be assigned to a variable, both user defined and built-in function can be referenced and invoked dynamically. Means function can be passed as an argument to the other function and can be returned other function too. We have already seen the anonymous function and we are going to take the functional programming with the help of this anonymous function. As you know, anonymous function can be assigned to a variable because anonymous function are technically not a function but a functional function expression. Okay, so now we are going to understand this concept using one example. I think this example would be very helpful. So let's see, we are going to write a function, okay, function which maps the array. So say array map. This function accepts one array and second argument param as a function, okay, and what is do, it's map the array into something else. Okay, so we take another array, say called modified array. Okay, we are just initializing this one, and what we do, we run a for loop and we take I initializing this to 0, then I termination size of say array and the increment, and this one is actually going to return the modified array. Okay, now we are going to use that function received as an argument, as a parameter, say, and pass the array value. Okay, this will return the modified array. Okay, now we define the function that we need a function that maps the array, which receive a array and a function as a argument. Okay, so let's define an array. Say array, we have say 1 2 say 3 4 5 elements in the array. Now we are going to define the user define function. Okay, it's a variable. You have already know how we can which function we can use to hold, so that we can hold the value into the variable. So that is the anonymous function. So we just write function with no name, and this function accept one parameter, that is the item or the value of the array, and return, let's say we are taking the item and say multiplied by 10. Okay, now we are going to call this function. Okay, what function? Say modified, say array. Okay, now we are going to call array map, and we're passing one array and then the user defined function. Actually we are passing this variable, and this variable holds the object of this anonymous function. Okay, now you see what we are missing here, statement terminator missing. Why? If you recall, an anonymous function or a closure required semicolon, because this is not a function, it's a function expression. Okay, say cool. Now what we are simply going to print r modified array. Cool. So what we have done, we write a function. Okay, this function accepts one array and the second parameter as a function. Okay, argument as a function, and here we have user defined function, we have passed the array, and now see the result. Fatal error, array map and not read clear. Okay, sorry, what we have done here, we have wrote the function array map, and then yeah, we are getting again the same error. So sorry, what is missing here? Array map is already a key function, I think, in PHP. That is why it's not in map data, say, and then we are going to call this map data. Okay, now see. Okay, here we got it. So array map array is already built-in function in PHP. That is why. So here you can see the output. Output is every item or every value in the array is multiplied by 10. Okay, and where that logic has been written inside this anonymous function. Okay, so in function programming it's very useful. Say now here we have to change the logic, we just have to change the here. So now we are trying to add 50 in each item. So now we just have to change a minor at 51, 52, 53, 54. You got this one. So it's a very useful because now the entire logic is independent of this. We don't have to change anything inside the map data function. Whatever result we need, we just have to change the value at the time of calling that function. Okay, so I hope you will understood. One thing, let's see the situation that where this what can I say, if you don't use this function, then every time if you have need to change this functionality and the output, then we have to write there the entire logic. Okay, so every time you have to modify the map data, and the repetition of the function is being done every time. So now it is independent of that. You just wrote the logic. If you need to change a minor thing, you just change at the time of calling. So this is the functional programming. You passed a function as a parameter. So that's the use of anonymous function. I hope you will understood this one. It's a very important feature. It is being thoroughly used in the frameworks, in standard coding, and all. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.